Tried to get a job. I tried to go to school for firefighting because I had did firefighter while I was locked up. So I went through the fire camp program. That's how I realized I couldn't get certified as an EMT. And so after I had graduated the Wildland Academy, I started taking EMT, and I think I was like 2-3 months into it. And first off, some of the classes I really couldn't get to. Some stuff I forget about. I couldn't get to the classes, they were too far. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a car, and my mom would be tired, so she couldn't really take me to some of these places. The bus ride was too long. And so all that, plus when I realized I couldn't get certified at the state level, I dropped out of school. As far as work goes, yeah, everything was a no because of my criminal record. They told us that because I was committed as a juvenile, it wouldn't show up on a background check, but it was showing up on a background check. It was showing up as a murder charge on a background check. I remember going to Labor Ready, trying to find work. And they really wasn't calling me. And the one or two times they did call me, I remember they dispatched me to Blue Mountain Air. And that was hella far. And so my mom's boyfriend gave me a ride a couple of times, and he was really hard to work with, so that was uncomfortable. And I caught the bars and stuff back, and that was just kind of ridiculous. I couldn't get there. So I stopped. I told him, hey, I can't take that job, but what else do you have? And I remember one day I went down to People Ready, and I forgot how I stumbled across the information, but I was like, hey, why y'all not dispatching me nowhere? And they was like, well, we only got these construction cleanup jobs. We didn't think you wanted to do that. And I'm like, but I put that on my application though, that I was willing to do anything. Like, why are you passing me up for this? I was watching my mom. My mom was getting swallowed up in debt. I remember her, the landlord, our rent was $1,550 every month. But every month, my mom only had $1,000. She was the only person working. She was the only person trying to be supportive. Irma was living there with Gabe's 2 children. Irma wasn't working. She was on welfare. Gabe had just came home from prison, so he wasn't working. He was like depressed and down on his luck, sitting around sulking. And I remember I had a school check. And one morning I got up and I was a little sick, so I tried to make some tea. And I went to hit the water and it was off. And Gabe was in the living room. He was like, yeah, they turned that shit off this morning. And I was like, damn, and in my mind, I was just like, I see my mom is already struggling. And so I remember I had this check. The check was $750. And I was like, man, you know what? Come on, let's go walk to the bank or whatever. Let's go pay the water bill. So I cashed that check. I paid the water bill. I didn't want my mama to come home to the water being off because she was already doing a lot. And I paid the water bill. That was $250 for them to come back out and cut it on by 5. And I took $400 of those dollars and went and bought a 1/4 ounce of dope, and it was back on. I was done with looking for work. It didn't work. I knew I could get money right now today. I know my mom's still in debt, so I knew I could get some money by selling dope. And that was it. That became my first option. I didn't want to waste time. I was back in the TLs, trying to get some money and help my mom with the bills. And that only lasted like 2 months, and I got arrested.